Hello, I am getting home from tonight's Reiki share, and it's been a long day. I would normally be getting ready for bed, yet I felt and know that I get to speak about this energy that came up tonight and still really holding it in this space right now. And I just listen. I stopped asking or questioning what the insight is or why or for who or who's listening, who's liking. Whatever. I am here to be a channel. And I ask that anytime that I share something, it be in the highest and greatest good for whoever's listening, and for self and for the planet. So it's this energy of the concept of identity. And for those that know me, know I'm big on language. I always like to go to the source, see what it means, where did it come from, because I believe that through language we create existences and realities. And those realities are literally ties, like it's a real I tie to whatever we create and whatever we identify with. And to identify is this idea of a connection with something, someone, and it's an idea of being connected. It is a feeling of sameness, looking for sameness. And our identity is formed in many different layers, right? From our upbringing to our adolescence time to our early adulthood, middle adulthood, and then late, right? Our identity is constantly changing and evolving. And it's really up to us to discern what we want to identify with and how it's serving. And also to get to a point where we are not that identity, where that search for self comes to that realization that there's nothing that we're not. We're everything and nothing all at the same time. And that's that paradox. That's that lifelong search. Is that how we can't identify with anything because we go and we take nothing with us. And really, what is a name? What is a title? What is a degree? What is a role? Even, being a parent, being a friend, being a daughter. Those are all identities. Those are all roles that we learn to be in, or sometimes just thrown into, or out of, right? And so when we start to identify, we look for sameness, we become that. And so, the energy is become that is true to you, right? As adults, we have this will to discern and to shed light on all the programming, all the identity that isn't us, that we were told we were and we believed, and maybe it's not serving us or it is serving us and we choose to stay with that. Yet as long as there's always growth and coming to a place of also wanting to serve, that's like a different level of identity, right? Of being identifying with the collective, with other people, with people outside of our own, looking for sameness outside, right? In the different. And when we look at when we get to the higher energy centers, it's less attachment, it's less identifying. There is no need to identify because we are it, because we recognize it in others and everything that we do. And so, again, going back to the concept and the word identity stemming from Latin, sameness, identical. And so what do you want to identify as? What do you want to be the same as? And, let it aspire to be wisdom and truth and love and light, because you are it. You've been searching it, and when you find it, you feel it, and let it be true to you. Let it be outside of whatever anyone else has told you you are, or who you should be, or how you should be, or supposed to. Get rid of the shoulds and the tries and the supposed to be's. And because ego likes it, the mind and the ego, it needs an identity. It needs to grasp onto something. What am I protecting? What am I fighting for? What do I mean to this world? And so sometimes we get caught up in those identities, and because that's who we are. Yet your love come from source. And that cannot be identified, because the moment we start to identify it, it's gone. So yeah, it's the beauty of it. So be aware of what you're choosing to identify with or as, and let it be, from a place of love, from purity, from authenticity, for what's true to you, so that you can create the reality that identifies with your unique soul energy. Okay, namaste.